All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect, which you wrote to be. Now, pretty much, just going to go into an open forum. Really just slide on prophecy, man, because this is the year of prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Prophecy is popping like popcorn. You know what I'm saying? And we going to get right into it. This second address, chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That word woe means destruction. You know what I'm saying? Because according to James, the 4th chapter, 4 verse 4, it says that he that is a friend of the world is an enemy with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And if you still want to be an African American, a Mexican, you know what I'm saying, or Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying, or Native American Indian, you know what I'm saying, hey, guess what? Hey, you gonna get destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to continue to be a friend of this world, that means that you're going to be an enemy of the Lord's. You know? It says, verse 15, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and our people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. You know what I'm saying? Because right now you kicking it, you cooling, smoking weed with your pals, coming to each other's crib. You know what I'm saying? But pretty soon, it's going to be a time where all that's going to get cut short. Your friend is going to look at you like an enemy. Like it says in 2nd Ezra 6 and 24. You know what I'm saying? Friends shall go against each other like enemies, man.
Because Yahweh Shai, it says that Yahweh Shai is bringing division. You know, so that's a big part of the prophecy that's coming in this world. That's why you're seeing all kinds of people hating each other, because all these people don't know that they're all of the world. They don't know that something is spiritually going on the planet. You know, it's all being orchestrated by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, I just think that.
God, you know, and it says, I'll read verse 15 again. It says, for the sword and their destruction drive nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. You know what I'm saying? And it's so you know, y'all cool right now, but it's gonna come a time that the food is gonna be scarce because feminine food is coming. You know what I'm saying? They show a small little example when Las Vegas was low on supplies. People was going around killing each other just so they can have supplies. You know, hey, we coming into those times where it's gonna be the same way. And you proud Americans, you all think that referring to you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and confusing the face who bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? You all gonna have a part in this, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I got a precept. This is 2nd Ezra. It's 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. You know, and that's the mindset of these people out here, man. You know, the mindset of do what you want to do, you know, disobey the laws and statutes and commandments when you know that what you're doing is wrong, you know. But people continue to do it because they've been programmed to be this way in the last days, man. All right, they are that wicked seed that never wanted to hearken to the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Like it says in 2nd Ezra, man.
Right, the children of disobedience, man. That's exactly who they are. Because they want to do the deeds of their flesh. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go through the work, because according to 1 Maccabees 1 and 11, I believe, you had wicked Israelites that was trying to make a covenant with the heathen, because when they was making a covenant with the heathen, they got everything that they wanted. They didn't have to fight. They didn't have to go through no struggle. You know what I'm saying? But when they followed the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they went through a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And that's why our people are more comfortable with being in this world than fighting and coming back to their heritage.
exactly under these so-called leaders that we have, right? That's what you're talking about. You know, this is the scripture. This is Jeremiah 5:26.
Hold on. 5:26. Go ahead.
It's Jeremiah 5:26. It says, For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap and they catch men. You know, that's the leaders of our people, man. That's a big part of the reason why our people can't understand what's going on to them and what's about to happen to them, man. Because they're being led by the wicked of our nation, man. These people like Louis Farrakhan and all kinds of upscale and, you know, so-called intelligent, wise men of our nation. They're not telling our people that they're not telling our people who they are. They're not telling them that this prophecy is taking place, that the book is speaking right now. They're not telling them all these things, man. And that's a part of the reason why they're asleep, man. Because they continue to want to hear those smooth words, which is unwise, but that's because they're fulfilling their prophecy, what they're supposed to be doing, man. You know, but the prophecies are still going to continue, you know, whether they wake up or not, you know.
Because it says in Isaiah 9:6, whether they hear forbear, whether they listen or not. You know what I'm saying? But it's our job, our duty, to give the nation of Israel, let them know where they going off at in the scriptures and how to show repentance. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it says in Zechariah 13:8, 2/3 of my people shall be cut off and destroyed. Why is that? Because of the actions and the deeds that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're not repenting. You know? Hey, the scripture says that a man will cleave onto his own kind. You know what I'm saying? So if you have somebody that's of the world and want to be of the world, guess what's gonna happen?
I got a precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 1:22. It says, "How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge." You know, and that's going back into what the brother said, man. You know, how long are you gonna people cling to who they like? So obviously, you people are clinging to each other because you guys are all fools that hate wisdom, man. You know, and you hate on the men that want to get the greatest wisdom in the world, so that we can watch the prophecies in the book unfold, man. You know, that's the role that, you know, it's just a lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It's just, they don't want nothing better but this place, man. This world, man.
Right, because the scripture says in John 8:44, it says, "Ye are of your father the devil." You know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom, so-called white man, according to the Bible, he was impatient when it came down to the blessing, and he still pushes that vibration till today. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got like Amazon Go, you know what I'm saying, where you can just walk in and walk out. You know what I'm saying? The venture card, you know, a lot of people put in their gloves so they can swipe and just go on. You know, which is all pretty much a setup, programming, you know what I'm saying, to get you ready for another heathen custom, which is the mark of the beast, you know, which is also going towards people's destruction. But it's going to be a worldly custom, you know what I'm saying, that they're going to push to be mandatory, to be the new law.
There's more in that one, in that second entry.
I don't know. This is back in Second Esdras, chapter 15, starting at verse back in 16, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." You know what I'm saying? You're going to have great rebellion against government. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's going to be like crowds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Going against the government. You know what I'm saying? Tossing over police cars. Throwing Molotov cocktails at police cars. You know what I'm saying? The little few things that they showed in Venezuela, those things going to happen in America as well. It says,
you can already see that happening now, man. All these mass shootings that we all know that's propaganda, but that's what they're some of these may be real, man. You know, so the ones that they don't report, man. Because there's plenty. They don't tell you that the statistics for so-called white people that kill cops. They don't tell you that percent is higher than the percentage of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. So what do you think these Edomites are going to continue to do as we get closer to that day, man? These militia troops. All right. So it said that's why the brother saying that they're gonna fight the government, man. These people are gonna try to fight the government. It's obvious, man.
Right, because one of the main things is that you could take anything away from Jake, but until you start taking that food away, that's when it's like a no. Here it is. You got Donald Trump sitting out these ration boxes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna pacify Jake for a little while, and then when they take that away, you know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna get Jake started. You know, verse 19 it says verse 17 it says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know what I'm saying? So they go, well, what's like usually the main places that they do this to? The train stations. You know what I'm saying? Metro, major highways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I you want to say this?
Yeah, well, I don't know if they'll let us in.
That's we'll just continue this.
It's like I read it again. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that they're going to cut off all the little major ways that goes into different countries and stuff. Different states and stuff, and they're going to cut that off. They show you that in the movie I Am Legend. You know what I'm saying? When all those people were sick and trying to get on the helicopter, and the Navy jets had shot down the bridge connecting one part of the city to the next. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're going to do. If you downtown and stuff, they're going to raise up those bridges so you can't cross, man. And it was another part where, in the book of Eli, when they was towards the end of taking that book to the place that it needed to go, so it could all be published again. When they was going to that Alcatraz prison, you had army soldiers, you know what I'm saying, at the roof, you know what I'm saying, making a line of bullets telling them where they couldn't cross. So even if you do have a boat, you know what I'm saying, you can only make it so far.
And these people are not ready for stuff like this, man. That's why we're gonna be going through the same time, but we're gonna have the spirit with us and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for stability, as it says in the scriptures, man. So all the prophecies are gonna continue, even with us in it, man.
Well, the fact that we doing this video right now is a prophecy, man. It's prophetic, man. And it says verse 18, it says, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know what I'm saying? When you prideful, you pretty much think that everything's all Gucci, everything's all good, like you're carefree. You know what I'm saying? And when martial law happens and stuff, even if we tell you Jakes about it, you know what I'm saying, more than likely, it's going to catch you by surprise. It's going to catch you off guard, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that. It's like the scripture said, man. As in the days of Noah, man. So Noah was preaching and telling the people what was to come, man. And that if you didn't get right, man, you will be swallowed up by the waters, man, by the rain. So this is the same thing, except with this war and this pestilence and plagues that the Lord is going to send on the earth that most Americans never experienced, man. How are people going to act, man? You don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's not going to go good for you, man.
Right, and you all don't have the basic skills of making a fire. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's just plugged up to their phones or to their laptops or to their iPads and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just are heavy in technology, man. You know what I'm saying? Being lazy, letting technology take care of all the things that you should learn for for basic skills, man. Here it is. You got all these other countries. You got Russia. You got their after school children. After school matters. They have their after school matters teaches them survival skills, man. How to make a fire if they ever got stranded. You know what I'm saying? How to make a tent out of the things around them, man. You know what I'm saying? How to keep off wild animals. Americans don't have that, man. You know?
Exactly. So the things are gonna come on them, like, you know, even the downfall of this petrol you want, or the downfall of the petrodollar, Slovakia. Okay, people don't understand how this is gonna impact the country, man, the people here, because China said that in an article, they said that this is gonna heavily affect the United States consumers. You know, heavily affect. So, you know, people don't even research things like this. They're just blind, man. They're walking in the pride that they know everything, man. And what does it say? It says the
pride causes a man to. I'll just get it right quick. Yeah, we just ended off.
And pride coming from before destruction, man.
Yeah, and why is that? That's because you ain't looking. You ain't paying attention to what you're doing. It's yeah, that was the wrong one. It's like it's Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Nope. It's like 10 and 12. It says the beginning of pride is the Sirach 10 and 12. It says the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High Yahweh, and his heart is turned away from his maker. You know what I'm saying? So when you prideful and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Hey, guess what? When you in that mind state, you know, you're not getting that warning of the Lord. You're not getting those different vibrations of the spirit getting heavier, getting closer towards the end. You know what I'm saying? To notice that something big about to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just carefree, doing your regular deal. You know what I'm saying? Smoking your weed squares, black mouths, fucking another man's wife. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at that time, it might be where your destruction come. You know? And yeah. Going back to the second episode. This second Esdras 15 and 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. And the modern day sword is the guns, man. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Chicago, you know what I'm saying, different major cities and stuff. Guess what they have? They got guns, man. The government puts in the guns and stuff into the guns and the drugs in the neighborhood, so we can just mess around and kill each other and stuff. But that's what Americans gonna do. That's what you Jakes are gonna do. You're gonna use those guns to roll on your homeboys. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's not gonna be. When people get down to the last, like, because the Most High is he's gonna get rid of everything, man. Ain't finna be no food, you know. During these times, it's gonna be a fight for a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And the inflation from that is gonna take effect. You're gonna start feeling it, man. You know, that's why it's gonna get to that point with the guns, man. But man.
God. And it says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yep, that famine.
Yeah.
So I can go ahead.
Yeah, great tribulation, man. You know what I'm saying? You Jace, you love to work. You love slaving underneath Esau just so you can get the little precious goodies that you have. Yeah, the things that's destroying your heart. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, you know, when this tribulation come upon you, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna take you off guard. You're gonna be panicking. You're gonna be in a state of panic, man.
Because you're not gonna have that you're not gonna have that wisdom and knowledge, as the scripture says. You're not gonna have the stability of mind to withstand the days and go through it, man. You're not gonna have any hope in anything at the end, because the scriptures say that we have to run with this truth, and that's how we That's how we continue to push and keep our faith and hope that we keep our the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and use it to the best of potential when these times come. That's what we push the truth for, man.
It says he that runneth run all, man.
Yeah.
You know? And it says, well, you know, then pretty much that's pretty much what we're going into. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Jacob's trouble is around the corner, according to Jeremiah 30:7. You know what I'm saying? The last that great for is none like it is even the time of Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? And it's finna be crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have these Edomites and so-called white people, you know what I'm saying, that's mixed in your neighborhoods, that's scared of shit of Jake. You know what I'm saying? They got their guns ready. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're going to be protecting their money and stuff, you know, things that's precious onto them. And they're not finna go down without a fight, man. You know, and it goes the same way for the rest of these heathens. You know what I'm saying?
It's all prophesied like that, man.
The purge.
Exactly. That's what's gonna come to the earth, man. Because these people are so carnal. That's what's gonna that's what they're gonna turn back into animals, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna turn into complete animals because they don't have all their easily accessible goods, like he said earlier, man. It's gonna be a famine, all that shit, man. But
kind. And we hope this video was edifying, and we'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you hope to be. Shalom and Abba Ball.